Thank you, Cedric, and thank you to so many people who are here today rallying in support of a need for us to come together on one of the most significant and one of the most deadliest things that we've experienced in this city in decades. Many of you know that I grew up here. I was born and raised in San Francisco. And some of the things that we combated during that time when I grew up in public housing, yes, the drugs were a problem, but we were dealing with significant amounts of homicides all over the city. And we were raising attention to the need for us to combat gun violence, even though we're still pushing against gun violence today. Nothing has impacted our community more than the number of people we are losing, 2 on average every single day in this city, to overdose deaths in San Francisco. And in many instances, the stories that I hear from the people that we have lost, the person didn't even realize that fentanyl was in the drug that they were taking, and they thought it was for something else. And the people who we don't even know passed away, and discovering that they are Jane or John Does in the morgue, people that we love and people that we care about, the number of people that are dying, and how during the pandemic, we shut the world down. And in San Francisco, we had a very low death rate during the pandemic, but we have lost more people to drug overdoses in this city than we did during COVID. And why it's so important that we're here today shedding a light on the need for us to do more and do better and crack down has everything to do with the fact that I bet every person standing here today can think about at least one person that they know that his life has been lost because of this overdose crisis. And we as a city will continue to be as aggressive as we can to invest in abstinence-based programs. Cedric was very kind today in talking about the 4 programs that we invested money in. But before I was mayor, there wasn't a dollar going to Positive Direction Equals Change from the City and County of San Francisco Public Health Department. They weren't doing what they should have done to invest in the various solutions in order to make sure that treatment is easier to get than access to drugs. And I am unapologetic in my investments in making sure that we have outpatient support, making sure that we have on-demand resources for those who are asking for treatment, that we are making it easier to help people than to harm people. Because you know what? Harm reduction, from my perspective, is not reducing the harm. It is making things far worse. So I will not apologize for the stances that I have taken that have been controversial, for the people who are selling poison on the streets of San Francisco that's taking life. I will not apologize for the policies I'm pushing for, because at the end of the day, I wish someone had been there for my sister. I wish there had been somebody pushing her and pulling her and aggressively making sure that she was alive today. So I'd rather make people uncomfortable. I'd rather make people do whatever they have to do to be angry at me for pushing the envelope, because at the end of the day, if you alive, that's all that matters to me. That's what this fight is about. Today, we have partners coming together, people from Positive Direction Equal Change, people who actually were born and raised in this city, who are on the streets of San Francisco, who struggle with addiction. And with all due respect to the doctors and the specialists, unless you understand what it feels like to be out there on those streets, unless you experience it directly from yourself, then I don't really know if you understand what it means to stand up and to talk about real solutions that require us forcing and getting more aggressive to try and get people the help and the support that they need and deserve. So I appreciate the work that we are trying to do in San Francisco with groups like the Salvation Army, with Urban Alchemy, with United Players, with Reverend Birch and all the folks who really care about saving lives. Because that's what this is about, saving lives. And I appreciate seeing each and every one of you. And just know, the last thing I'm going to say is when I look at somebody in recovery, I think about the family members I lost. And I think about how so proud I am that you are in recovery, that I'm so happy that you are able to be here today to protest or put a smile on your face or whatever you're able to do in life. You are living for the people that we lost. You are advocating for the people that we lost to make sure that it doesn't continue to happen to other people. You represent so many people. We are in awe of your strength and your courage and your resiliency and everything you've done to bring us to this point today. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for pushing for real substantive change. We are going to keep going until we get to 0 overdose deaths in the city and county of San Francisco.